Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Capsule Selection. Today, as always, I believe I have a vibe for you guys. You ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to your channel all my new subscribers who are watching this particular video. I want to also welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to this particular lifestyle channel on perfumery, wine, and cigars, and also some lifestyle topics, most pertaining to the men, but you women, you are certainly welcome. All you ladies can learn a little bit from us as well as we can learn from you guys. Today, I'm going to talk about a capsule selection that is truly to me, synonymous with the evening fragrances of spring. I often talk about the day wear, the evening wear, in a way that is captivating to all of you when it comes to the structure and DNA of a scent. And of course, today I want to reach out to you and talk about this rich, woody, elegant structure of fragrances, like I said, for spring evenings. Most of these fragrances, not all of them, but most of them have a prelude to power and prestige. There's something, to me, undeniably magnetic about a woody fragrance in the springtime. They're in the air. They smell phenomenal. They smell great. They often come with everything from a citrus accord to a woody accord. More patchouli may be inside of these. More vetiver may be inside of these, bringing out a smoky nuance and things like that. But at the end of the day, the way that these rich woods interact with the coolness of dusk in the springtime, the way that they exude an aura of confidence, of refinement, and of timeless elegance, which I love to wear, they are fragrances that I truly will bring out every spring year. And I've purchased a couple this year that actually going to fit into this profile that I want to bring forth in this video. They carry the weight of luxury. For the most part, these are scents that feel opulent, they feel polished, and they feel poised. So in that realm, this is not about the rugged and raw type of woods. This is about the art of wood in perfumery that is refined, the most luxurious state of a wood fragrance. They're deep, somewhat velvety, they're seamlessly blended. The composition is wonderful. So think about them as I truly love to bring about as a bespoke suit, a bespoke tailored tuxedo, or even something in this might even come across to be worn with a loosely structured cardigan. These are fragrances that just take the evening by storm. They leave an unforgettable trail. And I think that most of these and most of you gentlemen and ladies watching will enjoy this particular composition of capsule selection. So if you're looking for a scent that will elevate your evenings, times when it comes to wood, the compliment and a presence that you would like to have and turn heads in the best way possible, you pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experience through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. What we're going to do here, we're going to talk about the different olfactory experience when it comes to woods in the evening time. As I stated in the monologue or the prologue, I want to talk about things in my actual wardrobe of perfumery that actually have a lot of beautiful spring evenings in mind. They are a calling card for fragrances that carry both depth and refinement. And sometimes they exude class, most times luxury and presence without overpowering anyone. They are very much so great. They really, to me, don't call for a lot of daytime woods. I will wear them on and off for those particular times in the fall and winter, but for spring, these are woods that are dipped in gold and kissed by the night air. They are the ones that are designed to make an impression when you're going out in the evening. So today, let's talk about these 6 refined fragrances that are perfect for nights, whether you're headed to a black tie affair, an intimate date night, or simply you want to wear something that leaves a lasting impression inside your home when you just want to bring that vibe, that romantic feel, while also being kind of a stoic and laid back feel to it. So let's dive right in to this particular list. I got a fragrance here that I truly enjoy from the house of Xerjoff, and it is a springtime darling for me. Most people wear it in the fall and winter, but for me, this particular scent, Richwood, is a beautiful scent. And you know I had to go on a Richwood style of evening wear type of list. So let's get right into it. Symphony of rich sandalwood and patchouli. That's what Xerjoff's Richwood is. If there was ever a fragrance that personified luxury and woods inside of a fragrance, this is it. This is what it would be. This is a masterpiece built around a beautiful, beautiful Mysore sandalwood, arguably the finest and most coveted sandalwood in the world. I know there's been more introduced through the cultivation in Australia, but when it comes to the Mysore sandalwood out of India, more and more people are understanding what this particular scent profile is and love to have it on their skin. So from the very first spray, what you get is a stunning burst of Xerjoff's classic citruses, a very animalic growl from a black currant bud in the mid that opens this composition, going from the opening salvo of fruits and citruses to that mid. And then you have this very bright, sophisticated scent coming in at the base. It's one that settles the fragrance into a deep, ultra luxurious combination of sandalwood and patchouli at the end of it. That's why I truly enjoy this one as one of the best woody fragrances to come about in the springtime wear. The patchouli here, it isn't like that very earthy, rugged. It's a refined and polished style of patchouli that's almost chocolatey texture. Very fine made perfume. So in this one, why I have this one here, if you want a fragrance that smells like wealth, if you want one that has an effortless confidence, Richwood is the epitome of all three of those. This is a particular scent that I love in the profile. Like I tell you, there's some on this list that I do wear in the fall and winter, and this is one of them. But when it comes to spring nights, this during an evening with a date night, evening elegance, high-end dinners, private events, beautiful. The sillage of projection on this one is moderate to strong, depending on how many sprays you give. This lingers in the world around you with the most beautiful and tasteful way possible. For me, as I'm stating the seasonality, it's perfect for spring nights where you need depth, but not to leave an overwhelming heaviness around you. That's this particular patchouli, sandalwood, rose essence fragrance. But don't forget those citruses in the opening, which really makes the salvo coming off those, wearing alongside that black currant bud, very much so neutralizing some of the heaviness. You're going to enjoy the way Richwood smells on your skin. This may be even my scent of the day. Man, the memories that come off this. I digress. Richwood from the house of Xerjoff. A very beautiful, luxurious, rich, woody fragrance for the springtime. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the scent Monarch from the house of Boadicea the Victorious. When it comes to this particular scent, this is one that you can call the fragrance for kings, and it's deliberately named Monarch for a reason. When it comes to a scent of sophistication at its peak, I think that this one is the actual composition that commands that style of attention without screaming up for it at all. To me, the way this one goes off as a scent, Monarch is very sensual, very, very nicely done. It's a scent that touches off the opening with citrus brightness. But the real magic happens in the heart and the base of this one, which is a oud, cedarwood, and rich incense style of fragrance. Or almost incense. It's this very peculiar way that it comes off in the base. The leather in this one is also very, very nicely done. Like a warm, like this one is like that wrap of a warm, beautiful cashmere sweater, you know, or a dope over shirt, something like that, where you just have that seamless blend of layers on your skin. You have something of a polo, a rich open collar polo, then you have a rich overshirt to keep you comfortable and warm. That's this type of fragrance. That's what this one exudes when you wear this on your skin. And that's exactly the reference point I take from this when dressing in that style of attire. Maybe some chuka boots, maybe even some Chelsea boots, even the open toe, not an open toe, but a blucher boot or a derby boot, somewhere like that. That's the type of scent this one exudes for me. This is one that has a smokiness to it, and it feels regal, yet never overbearing. And that's what I like about the woods that are in this one that accompany that leather and fruity touch. To me, Monarch is about the bold power with restraint. And it's a scent that has something about it that it's never brash, but it's rich and it's sexy and it's never gaudy. It's quiet luxury in its truest form for me. And that's what I do like about this one. This is one that is a part of the crystal selection of fragrances from Boadicea. And so it's one that you can really have access to without breaking the bank. And it smells right up in line with the other fragrances in my collection that are truly expensive Boadiceas that harken to some of the real essence of this one, like the leather is in certain fragrances. You'll smell like oud sapphire. So if you are looking for something from Boadicea that has a beautiful leather magnetic touch to it, this is one to look into. It's very sexy, very sensual. It's nothing groundbreaking, but you will enjoy the scent more than the other contemporaries that try to match this scent profile of DNA. That's basically what the house of Boadicea does. We know that. This has been Monarch. This is a beautiful, rich, woody, leather, fruity take on the scent that I think you could really become signature if you choose to. Next, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about a dark, mysterious, but sexy twist on Vetiver. This is Vetiver Sultan by the house of Nishane. So to me, vetiver can be a clean, green, refreshing nuance, but vetiver Sultan, it takes that note into a darker and richer, more sensual realm and territory than most companies choose to go into. This is a vetiver scent that has a lot of depth, a lot of intrigue, and a lot of woody smoke to it, a lot of woody backbone that makes it perfect for evening wear that I just truly enjoy. You know, this is one that has the freshness just a little bit when you open up like a gray vetiver or a vetiver from Guerlain. But the overall composition is one that's beautiful. This one is, like I said, the opening, slightly aromatic, fresh, but the base unfolds into a vetiver accord that is enveloping a very bold sensuality that is paired with warm woods, a little bit of leather, and a whisper of spices. It's a vetiver that leans into the masculinity, the masculine sophistication, rather than crisp lightness. So if you're a person who loves to layer fragrances or has a continual flow in your head about how fragrances can wear, I think that if you choose to wear something like Roger's vetiver, Guerlain's vetiver, gray vetiver from Tom Ford, and then you are leaving the office and you had your suiting on, you going to your nightcap or you're going to your after work affair, this can be a scent that actually pulls the actual refraining scent off of you, going from that base and then adding this one, you're going to be smelling super, super luxurious the way that is. The reason I would put this one here, or have put this here, is because you're looking for intrigue. That's the type of person that wants a scent like this. It's slightly mysterious, very woody. The scent isn't too heavy. It's nicely done for spring evenings. And this is one that I think you should have in your collection if you're looking for something like that. Best for me, romantic evenings, dinner dates, situations where confidence needs no words. That's the type of scent this is. You have a great amount of sillage in this one. It's moderate to strong, which you always want the scent like this. 2 sprays, you're going to develop around a great aura around you for about 2 to 3 feet. It's going to have maximum push, going to have great sillage to it. It's a perfectly balanced spring evening fragrance that I think you will love to have in your collection, especially if you're going like an after work affair or something like that. Because this can even be a beautiful midday office type of wearing environment scent. That is Nishane Sultan Vetiver. I really truly enjoy this one. I'm pulling out fragrances off this list. I'm like, I might even wear this one today. I'm not sure what my scent of the day is going to be, but even the way that this one smells, it's a beautiful fragrance. If you're into the scent of vetiver and its all encompassing takes from the freshness, the woodiness, and then the smokiness, I think you'll enjoy this because it actually has each and every component of that actual intentionality behind it. It wants to show that this is the best vetiver fragrance on the market to us men. And they've done a spectacular job of doing so by opening with the freshness, then leading to the woodiness, and then ending with the smokiness. All facets of vetiver have been showcased in this particular scent. And I must say, it is a very, very wonderful scent. So get your nose on it, get a sample of it. This has been Sultan Vetiver by Nishane, and it's a banger. Next up, let's talk about Saffron Hamra. This is exotic, unapologetic, and luxurious. Saffron Hamra is an attar from the house of Boadicea the Victorious. And for me, having this scent profile is one in the evening time that I am truly, truly captivated by. Now, most people will say that this is a winter scent to them. And for me, it's all about climate. You know, climate is one of those things that we have to take into accountability about how and when we wear fragrances. And for me, sometimes in the spring, and if not sometimes, a lot of times in the spring, temperatures here in Michigan will get as low as 45 degrees. That's breaching, you know, on the winter take of temperatures. So Saffron Hamra is one of those sexy fragrances that if you want an opulent woody scent that is one of the best that money can buy, Saffron Hamra attar from Amouage is one of them. This is a blend of saffron, precious woods like cade, rose, deep, it's sensual, it's ambery. And of course, it smells both ancient and modern at the same time. So it has some historic feel to it. It has some modernity feel to it. It's like Sultan Vetiver. It's like something that a Sultan will wear, especially if he's in his tailored suit doing business. You know, he's acting, it's his king affairs in his contemporary gentleman style. This is a beautiful scent to have. Like I said, this is rose, this is cade oil, and this is saffron. If you really, really, really want to dig deep into this one, you will understand that the rose is a component that layers over this one. The wood base of cade oil is almost this smoldering fire burning beneath it. And then what you have is the saffron. And the saffron in this one is if you're ever looking for a reference point to know that why people say leather and saffron is the key to best leathers, or because we always talk about the difference in birch leathers, the difference in, like, that's a Russian leather. Labdanum is used to make leather. Saffron is used to make leather. All these are accords built around specific oils and structures from a note. To me, I have never ever smelled a note of saffron that smells so much of a pure opulent leather note than I have with Saffron Hamra. It's really a texture calling card of a leather woody fragrance that really much so is one of the most gorgeous smelling and most luxurious smelling fragrances when it comes to that accord and trying to complete that actual scent profile. This is a very unforgettable scent that you will be just enthralled with when you put on your skin. It's an attar. Yes, it's not going to scream. Yes, it's not going to shout 5 feet away from you. It's going to be one that's a bubble built for you and the loved one that's around you. Someone within 1 foot of you or 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet, will smell this and will get enjoyment from it because it is a very nicely done scent, almost flawlessly in the way it's impactful. I very much so love this one. I think this one is for a grand evening. I think that when you're going out, when you have moments that you want to turn heads, that's what this one is for. It's going to be something that you lean in and get a kiss on the cheek. If you lean in and shake hands and give a shoulder bump, this is the scent that people will be just mesmerized by because it will be something that they take notice of. It works beautifully in cool spring air. I know it because I've worn it twice already, and it is something that I cannot wait to pull for much, much more this spring of 2025. And that is Saffron Hamra, the attar from Amouage. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about a very beautiful velvet-like sandalwood dream for springtime. Finally, we're going to round out this list of beautiful scents, and this is Sacred Wood, a fragrance from the house of by Kilian. This one here is a creamy, luxurious sandalwood fragrance that I think is one of the best on the market. I have 2 actual flacons of this one. It's one that actually, when it comes to sandalwood and the way that it melts into my skin, this is a scent that I do not want to be without. It's not one that you're going to hear me say it's a top 100 fragrance or a top 50 fragrance either. It's a beautiful scent, and it's peculiar how it works on me because when I think of all the top 10s and 20s, I never put it there, but it is, if I ever had to reach for a fragrance that really made me feel wonderful, made me feel upscale, made me feel luxurious, but also put me in a calming state of mind, gave me the essence of knowing I smell great, sexy, sensual, alluring, strong, strengthful, bold, audacious, ambitious. This is a scent that does all that for me. And it's peculiar how the mind works because to me, it exudes such a great amount of confidence and appeal. And I don't know why it's not in my top 50. I don't know why at all, why it's not something that I put higher. But like I said, this is a very, very beautiful scent that is soft, it's inviting, and it's effortlessly seductive. I think that this is a favorite of mine because of the note structure and how it lays on my skin and how simplistic it is. I think that may be something about it, how it's not in the top 50, but smells beautiful and keeps me calling back. Because I think the simplicity in this one is one to me, and it may be different for you, but it does not change its profile over time. It's one of the best woody, creamy, lactonic style fragrances that feels intimate, it feels sensual, and yet it feels polished and grounded as well. Sacred Wood is one of the best sandalwoods though. So if you're a person who's looking for a sandalwood fragrance with some creamy, lactonic, and milky facets that very much so comes off with a bit of spicy, a little chai tea feel into it, this is one of those scents. This is one for close encounters and evening intimacy. It's a scent that has people that, you know, once they smell this, they're drawn to you. So it has all the compliment factors. It has all the sensuality, and it has 2 bottles in my collection. So maybe I'll revisit this sometime later and tell you how it has gone lower or higher, I should say, in my actual feeling of what are my top fragrances. But as it stands, I will say this. When it comes to a spring wear fragrance and you want something where you have a mindset that you want to just relax, chill, feel, you know, your best self while still feeling calm. You want to relax, you want to sit back and chill. This one is that. This is that perfect, elegant discretion style of fragrance. It's a flawless spring evening scent, to just say the least about it. I will give it that because I do love and cherish the way that this one particularly smells on my skin. Sacred Wood is a scent done by, I believe, not Cecile Zarokian, but what's her name, man? She's one of the in-house perfumers by Kilian, one of the biggest perfumers in the game. I forget her name right now. I can see her face, but can't call her name. Very high-end perfumer. She's made, it's a luxury smelling sandalwood fragrance. I love the hell out of it, but I can't understand why it's not up there in my top 50. Again, sacred wood, beautiful sandalwood, spicy lactonic style of sandalwood. It just comes off very, very virile, very sensual, but very much so in that laid-back stoic style. A great fragrance for spring evenings. Let's talk about last but not least. You know, I said I'm going to have an honorable mention on this list, and I think one of the most intriguing woody musky fragrances for men is this one here from the house of Orto Parisi, and this is Seminalis. Seminalis, man, it's a mind blower. It's one that I've had in my collection for about 3 years now. It's one that I continually put on like Valentine's list because it's such a sensual, sexy smelling, musky, woody fragrance. This one here is great. So if you want to push boundaries in the best way possible and think about the sensuality and sexuality, very strong, overt sensuality and sexuality of a fragrance, this woody musky fragrance here is completely addictive to the women around you. And it's one that I am surprised at that, because to me it comes off, of course, I smell sandalwood. I smell a deep, rich sandalwood, not too different from sacred wood in the sandalwood take. This one has a little bit more musk in it, a little more of that it's a feel, what they say Seminalis is, that it smells of semen of a man. That's what he built this around, hard wood, basically. And it creates a scent that is deeply primal and intimate. That's what this does. It's one that is, with no exception, a sensual spring evening fragrance. It's built around the warm, creamy woods, as I'm stating, and that's a sandalwood. It's enveloped in a strong musk accord. It's a very beautiful skin-like musk, a sensual, after sensuality type of affair type of musk, if you know what I mean. Both familiar, but this is a little bit otherworldly when it comes to it. It's that we've both finished and we both know what we just finished doing. There's a subtle animalic undertone, as I'm trying to say, but it's never something that feels super raw. It feels sensual. It feels like you're under the white sheets and you just can't stop looking into each other's eyes, is what you get from this one. And it's a strange way to balance a scent like this, because it does come off prominently like it's being stated, but it's sexy as hell. And you know it's a fragrance, but you get the impact of what it is to have the smoothness that makes this incredible, alluring fragrance smell of an after sex affair. Why this one is here for me, if you're looking for something that's a woody scent that is luxurious but still deeply personal and intimate, Seminalis is a perfect addition to a list for this type of spring evening. So if you're looking to get into someone's bubble and their proximity and take that to the next level, this is one that they might possibly call for, especially if they love the way sandalwood smell. This one, it does evolve throughout the night when you wear it. When you wear this particular scent, and that's why I love to promote this one during the evening of February the 14th, because it leaves an impression that's almost a subconscious notion to leave in someone's mind. It's intimate, like I stated, but the projection, it's something that's moderate intimate, not moderate strong. It's, you know, that intimate take. It's something that won't overpower someone that's trying to get into the mood with you. This is one when you want to be discovered but not announced. That's basically the sensuality of this one. The woods in this one are beautiful. The seasonality, like I said, spring, often in the winter time too. Nothing very much so toward the summertime, but fall, winter, spring. The coolness of the spring evening is when you want to wear this one. It's allowing for the depth to unfold naturally in this particular scent. Very sexy, man. It's a woody, creamy, musky, altogether hypnotic type of potion. It's absolutely must experience if you're looking to appreciate the finer, raw emotions of a fragrance and the intrigue that comes with that. Seminalis from Orto Parisi is a sexy ass fragrance. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been my list for you guys today. I hope, as always, you found something fun, entertaining, educational from this particular list. I want to talk about the power of rich woods in spring and evenings. Very much so this time of life is built around picking and choosing certain fragrances to go out at night. We're breaking our hibernation, breaking our slumber. We're getting out more often than we did throughout the wintertime, especially if you live in climates that had a lot of slush, winter, snow, and things like that. You want to get out and experience some more life in the actual realm of dating, actually taking your wife, your girlfriend, or even someone you just met out. And so these have a particular scent profile that brings in some of those components to a woody fragrance. Very creamy, woody, sexy, sensual, and alluring. So these 5 to me are some of the most luxurious, refined, and captivating wood fragrances for spring nights. I very much so want to get this list to you because I think that. So whether you prefer the grandeur of the scent Monarch from Boadicea the Victorious, or the sensuality of the very smoky, woody Saffron Hamra that has that gorgeous saffron leather take that's luxury to the T, or even the quiet confidence of the sacred woods, I'm enthralled with. These scents all embody richness, elegance, and presence when it comes to wearing fragrances in the evening time that are meant to be boundary broken in the wood essence. So at the end of the day, I want you guys to remember, collecting is legacy, community is culture, scent is memory. And I want you to always stay bold, stay balanced, stay ambitious, and just keep enhancing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.